G'day, Jacked and Nerdy fans. Jeremy here with my non-spoiler review for The Flash. If you saw my out of cinema reaction, you would know this was one of my most anticipated movies of the year. The trailers got me hooked straight away. The initial trailers, I should say, because after the initial trailers released, I avoided watching anything else to kind of avoid spoilers. Plus also, this film has been a long time in the making, so I was really, really excited to get in there and see this movie and get this review out there for all of you Jacked and Nerdy and Flash fans. So, before I jump into that, obviously a little bit of housekeeping. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give these videos a thumbs up. That lets us know that you enjoy our content. We got heaps more stuff coming out here. We got mystery box videos. We've got Hot Toys unboxings. As a reminder, everything that you see in the mystery box videos goes up on our eBay store, available for you guys to bid and purchase, which goes a long way to us finding other really crazy, weird and wonderful mystery boxes that we can pick up and bring to you as well. So make sure you head on over, support the channel. If there's anything you see in those mystery box videos that you enjoy, that you like, make sure you head on over and bid. And you never know, you could walk away with that on there for you. So now, with that out of the way, The Flash. So I was super psyched for this movie. I know it's had a lot of controversy around it, with Ezra Miller and some of his. If you've seen in the news over the last 12-18 months, he's had a lot of problems. I'm not going to go into any of that because that's not my business. But basically, lots of issues there. The film itself has had some issues with writers and directors coming and going, and various different things. This movie was supposed to come out, I think, originally it was slated to come out about four years ago, maybe even 5, and it just kept getting delayed because of various issues, including the pandemic, obviously. So, that being said, was the hype worth it? Absolutely, 100%. I enjoyed this movie very, very much. It is a very, very good movie. It fits right into the DCEU very, very well. It's got humor, it's got action, it's got drama. If you're a massive comic book geek or aficionado, whichever way you want to put it, you will be extremely happy because there's lots of deep cuts and deep rooted stuff from the comic books. If you're a fan of the DCEU, obviously they've got all the DCEU stuff in there. Also, if you're a fan of just flat out the DC Comics and on all of the DC comic movies that they've done all over the years and things like that, there's lots of references and things like that as well. So, but this was a very well thought out, very well planned and very well executed film. They also did very, very well in tying it into what's going to be happening moving forward, so to speak, with obviously the end of the DCEU as we know it, moving into the next phase of DC at Warner Brothers, headed by James Gunn, and the whole change-up that's happening there. So this was kind of a really good way of almost in a way, tying up those loose ends and saying goodbye to the DC cinematic universe as we know it, and what's going to be happening moving forward. So it was really, really good in that sense. I really liked it. there's also a lot of references to that as well in the HBO Titans, which I will be putting up a review of season 4 of Titans in the next week or so. So make sure you keep an eye out for that as well. Now, obviously, I'm trying to keep this as spoiler free as possible. Which is very, very difficult for me, actually. Normally, I don't have a problem, but in this particular case, it's very, very difficult because there's just so much in this film and so many references, so many deep cuts and everything. So, look, wholeheartedly, if you are a fan of the DCU, or if you're just a fan of DC Comics in general, this is definitely a film worth seeing. Because it's got so much in it. You will not be disappointed in that sense. Now, all of that being said, one thing I did have an issue with. As I said before, this film was supposed to come out, we'll say 4 or 5 years ago. But it kept getting delayed. It means that they've had anywhere up to 8 years making this film. The visual effects in this film, to me, felt massively underdone. There are sequences in this film where the human characters look like claymation. The rendering and the detail, all of that is just so underdone. It is blatantly obvious that these characters, these people, these objects, all of it is just completely fake and computer generated. And I hate that. If you're going to do CGI and you're going to do it properly, you've got to make the characters look as real life as possible for authenticity. And I'm sorry, it's like these visual effects, and some of them happen right at the very beginning of the film. So straight away, that just offsets everything moving forward. It makes everything else moving forward seem, not, under par as well. So like I said, watch the movie for yourself and and make your own decision. But as I said, look, the visual effects in this, because they had so much time to fine tune and to get these things right, and they just dropped the ball completely on the visuals, in my opinion. Look, there are some action sequences where the visual effects are fantastic, I'm not saying it's a complete wash, but there are quite a few sequences that hold significance over the film. And it looks like they just went, that's good enough, and just completely dropped the ball. So that is my biggest gripe, is the visual effects were, in my opinion, massively underdone, inconsistent, and just completely obviously, not up to par and did not cut the cheese, in my opinion. That is my biggest gripe. Andy Muschietti, the director, did a fantastic job with this film. I can only praise him on the whole. As I said, one gripe is the visual effects, but the rest of it, I have no gripes with whatsoever. Ezra Miller, for all of his flaws as a person, he did a fantastic job with his acting in this film. I've always been a big fan of Ezra Miller in this role as the Flash. I think he's absolutely fantastic. It was absolutely incredible seeing Michael Keaton come back as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Michael Keaton is, in my opinion, one of the greatest Batmans ever. So seeing him back in the suit playing Batman was just absolutely incredible. It made me feel, the deep and warm and fuzzy feels. So that was incredible. I can't remember her name. Sasha Calle, who plays Supergirl. She was absolutely fantastic. I loved seeing her on screen. I'm not familiar with her at all. I've seen nothing else of hers. This is the first time I've seen her as an actress. But every time she was on screen, I was mesmerized. I thought she was fantastic. She looked the part. Her performance was incredible. I ate it up. Every second of screen time that she's on, I just ate it up. And she's quite beautiful as well. I won't deny that. Look, there were lots of side characters and things like that. None of them were memorable. They're quite, you could almost get rid of them entirely. There was the kind of the romantic side story with I can't remember her name, Alice West. I think I'm probably butchering her name. Completely irrelevant, held no sway over the movie. Could have done away with that completely, I felt. But, like I said, I wasn't there for that. I was there for The Flash. I was there for Batman. I was there for Supergirl. It was great seeing General Zod back as well. Michael Shannon back as General Zod. Absolutely loved him in that role. So, look, all in all, top to bottom, I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. However, there are a few flaws. No film is perfect. All film is subjective and no film is perfect. However, look, the pros outweighed the cons, in my opinion. I just wish, with the time that they had, they just spent a bit more time on getting those visual effects down-packed and getting them perfect. But that's just my opinion. Hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are of The Flash. I'd be interested to know what everyone else thought. So hit me up in the comments section below. Let me know your thoughts. And look, again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. We've got heaps more content coming out. Next week, we've got Transformers coming out. The week after that, we've got Indiana Jones 5. We've got reviews of Season 4 of Titans. We've got Silo on Apple TV. That's going to be wrapping up in the next 2 to 3 weeks, so I'll be doing a review of that. I've just learnt there's a second season of The Terminal List, which we reviewed season 1 of last year. I'm not sure when that's coming out, but that'll be coming out over the next 12 months, so we'll definitely be reviewing that. If you follow us on Instagram, the link is in the description of our Instagram. You would know about a week ago we were at Oz Comic Con here in Australia. We picked up heaps of awesome mystery boxes that Mrs. Jackton Nerdy is currently working on. So those are going to be coming out over the next couple of weeks. We've had heaps of deliveries come in from the good folks at Sideshow and Hot Toys. So we got some incredible unboxing videos coming up as well. So if you're into pop culture, action figures, collectibles, all of this wonderful geekdom, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on a video. And until next time, guys, stay jacked and stay nerdy.